Yeah, for this question, we need to find which investment produces a $5 hourly profit for a candy shop earning a dollar profit per pound of candy. Okay, so we have four options. So what we're going to do first. Okay. By the way, anytime you're trying to solve for a question, right? I'm speaking for science, right? And math. And especially if it's like a huge chunk of paragraph, right? Try to write the numbers on your own. So like just the keyword. So let's say you have $5 hourly profit, right? So write that down or even underline, but because we don't have that option over here, so I'm just going to write this down. So this is the $5 hourly profit. And then the next one is earning a dollar profit per pound of candy. Okay, so for the first option, so we have A. So it says machine with $6 per hour operating costs, and this is basically producing 10 pounds. So LBS is pounds, right, of candy per hour. Okay, so as you can see, this is going to be a little bit of unit analysis, right? Because you wanted to identify your net profit. Basically, that's the question. So net profit is with your operating costs, right? This is $6 per hour. And then you have to produce 10 pounds of candy, or you are able to produce 10 pounds of candy per hour, right? So when you earn that profit for your 10 pounds of candy. So net profits is basically subtracting the amount that you're earning for this one and the amount for this, right? So when you subtract, that's your net profit. So that's what you're looking for the $5 hourly profit, right? So that's basically your net profit. So this number over here. So that's why you know that for this, right? Because it's per hour, that means you're actually earning $10, right? For 10 pounds of candy that you're producing, right? So when you take $6, right, you subtract that from 10, you get $4 per hour, right? So this is actually your net profit. So yeah, that's your net profit. So you need to remember that you're subtracting $10 from $6. Now moving on to part B, right? Because they're saying that you have $11 per hour. So the worker at $11 per hour producing 15 pounds of candy. So you have 15 pounds of candy per hour. Okay, so great. So you have 15 pounds, that means it's $15, right? And because how do I know that this is $15? Well, you just have to multiply this, right? To 1. So this is 15, right? So we take 15 minus 11, minus $11. So you should be getting $4 per hour as well. So that's your net profit. Okay, so apparently so far for A and B, we're just getting $4 per hour, right? So we haven't really arrived to $5. So we need to go on and look for that. So for part C, so machine with $8 per hour, operating costs producing 13 pounds of candy per hour. By the way, the pounds is of candy, so we can just say pounds, right, per hour. So as you can see, we can say that this is going to be $13, right? So 13 minus 8 is going to be $5, right? So this is $5 per hour, right? So this is your net profit. So we can actually arrive to this conclusion that it's going to be C, because your hourly profit for a candy shop is going to be 5, right? So this is taking into account the operating costs, right? And also the amount that you're earning for the candy. So that's why it's C. And then for part D, just so you're interested, why it's not D, right? If you have the worker at $13 per hour, and then you have producing 20 pounds of candy per hour, right? So we're going to say that this is $20, right? So 20, right, minus 13 is actually $17. So we have $20 minus $13, so we get $7 per hour. So yeah, this is your net profit, which doesn't really answer the question because they're asking you to look for $5 hourly profit. And also, just so you're wondering, because I think earlier I just said, okay, so this was 10 pound of candy and this is $10 because the question says you're earning $1 profit per pound of candy. That's why I know that this is $10 and this is 10 pounds, right? So for every pound, that means if you have 10 pounds, you need to multiply that to $1, right? Because it's a dollar profit per pound. That's why I know that I'm supposed to multiply this by 1. That's why I get $10 every time I'm producing 10 pounds of candy. Make sense? And this is 15 because it's 15 times 1. And then for 13, that's 13 times 1. That's why it's $13. And for 20, that's why it's $20. Great. Okay, so this is what they showed us, which is pretty much the same. So for part A, they said it's $4 per hour, and that's what we got. For part B, it's also $4 per hour. That's the net profit. Part C, it's $5. That's true. And for part D, it's $7. That's why it's C. That is true. So perfect. Nothing to correct. Okay, I guess we can move on to the next question.